inspires leadership so easily.
Just raw leadership. He's just a natural leader.
And Jimmy Cheek is a quintessential servant leader.
He's passionate, and he's one of the more optimistic persons that I think I've met.
Unflagged optimism.
Jimmy Cheek always had a smile on his face.
And he has unbounded enthusiasm.
Relentless. He was relentless.
Doggedly persistent.
He never backs down from his principles, and that's a good thing.
I've never doubted his heart.
Jimmy was able to mobilize the entire campus to share his vision. He far exceeded my ambition for him. I think he's been the best chancellor, the most effective chancellor in my nearly 40 years at UT.
I think that Jimmy Cheek is not only a fine man and a fine leader, but someone to whom I have hopefully modeled the way that I deal with people.
He has really set us on a trajectory to be greater than we are today and better than we were yesterday. And so I think really his legacy will be the opportunity for us to be great, to think great, and to act great.
The transformation that he has made on our campus is just unbelievable. Sometimes, he'll look out, you see him looking out of the window at the cranes and that slightly dreamy look in his eyes. It's important to him, and it's quite a legacy that he's leaving.
Jimmy came and met our players. Not too many administrators do that. So I think he stepped up and really put these students first and put kids in a situation where they're in a winning environment. It makes for great success, and it starts up top.
He's a great representative of the university, and I think he presents the image that we would want him to do that. But he likes to hear a joke, he likes to tell a joke, he can take a joke, as we've seen, and he's an engaging guy. He's the kind of guy that you'll enjoy being around. And why? Because he wants to know more about you than he wants to talk about himself. And there are very few people in life that can engage folks in that way, and I think Jimmy does.
I invited Jimmy to address a major conference that we were hosting in Knoxville at the Convention Center. And at the end of the opening ceremonies, a colleague from Kennesaw State University came up to me, and she was so thrilled that her Sunday school teacher, when she was growing up in Gainesville, Florida, was our chancellor. And she really enjoyed introducing herself to him and so forth. And that tells you something about him, his commitment to community. At the same time, we haven't always agreed on everything, but that's healthy. I think that's an important part of governance.
Jimmy loves to tell stories, but for those of us who are often with him, he tells the same stories a lot. But we love those stories, but we all can recite those stories ourselves, like
tired of Cone Zone?
Study abroad.
Think about where we were when he came. We were at a tipping point, and we could have tipped in a very bad direction to the detriment of everybody, the students, faculty, everybody. Budget cuts, stress, strain, low morale, leadership crises, and we are so much better today than we were then. And it was his optimism, I think, and vision that helped mobilize us all towards that goal. And everybody in the university has worked hard, but it's almost astonishing how much we've accomplished given where we were when he came.
He's like a proud father, if you will. Just, everything that we've all done. He takes no credit himself, but he's a great leader.
The results speak for themselves. I mean, look at the graduation rate. So he has achieved many things for the campus.
Not an easy thing to do. So.
And I think you can judge any person by his or her, where was it when they got here and where is it when they leave?
It's the result.
And the university is a much better place now than it was when Jimmy came.
Without a doubt. I've known him a long time, right? 20 years I've worked with him. There's never been a day I've not trusted him. I'll miss him, without a doubt. We've been riding this pony a long time. These jobs are hard. So the reality is having a good friend like Jimmy and being able to walk the walk and talk the talk, and also realize when you're frustrated others can be sympathetic, or you're struggling to figure out how to solve a really thorny problem, is a really, really special thing. I mean, he is a dear friend. He'll always be a dear friend. And, you know, I think he's served us very, very well at the University of Tennessee. And, you know, I think, as I said earlier, I'll miss him. But the reality is he's relentless, and he'll be relentless as a professor. And he'll be relentless as a friend to me, I'm convinced, and Eileen as well. So that makes me feel really good.
Thank you, Chancellor Cheek. Go Vols!